Hi everybody, it's Julie. Welcome to the Messy Desk. It's Friday, and yes, on Friday we're usually live, but today I'm traveling, so we have a premiere, but we still have a live chat. So every day, Monday through Saturday, we have either a live video or a premiere, and that means we have a live chat. We'd love to invite you to come and join us at that live chat. So come on in and say hello. The community there is amazing, and so we want to welcome you. I'm so glad you found this freebie. Let us know where you found it. You know, where did you hear about it? Where did you see it? The freebies are available at patreon.com/DearJulieJulie in the public section, as well as previously. Now, in the last few months, I have not done buymeacoffee.com, but there are freebies at buymeacoffee.com as well. Okay, so I printed this on copy paper, and I've cut the pieces out, and I printed it on cardstock, and I have the pieces cut out so that I can work a little faster to be able to show you some ideas. I have ideas using these as pockets, as tags or journal cards, stamps, and so I'm excited to show you. Also, it was our beautiful mom themed Friday freebie 050925. You guys, you can cut that little piece off and use that in your things as well. All of these. So, you know, Friday, or just the word day, or the word free, beautiful mom, everything on here can be used. Okay. So for our first one, I have cut around the outside of that one. I have ripped around the outside of this one. I cut that one just as it was. I cut around the outside of this one. I cut around the outsides of these. I cut that, and it's ready. This one I cut around, and we have this little one. Okay, so, and then I have the words also. It looks like I'm missing one set of words, possibly. It's here somewhere, probably. Okay, so if you can tell, I have these three are ready to be pockets. Okay, and how can we do that? I just go ahead, come down here, cut across at the corner. I've still got my scissors out, so I'm just going to come here and cut this one. This is how you mass make, you guys. We are mass making items in May. And so how do you do that? You repeat the same thing over and over again. So this one, I'm going to go ahead, go across the top and put it down. Now, there's a couple reasons that I do it this way, is because I find that if I don't, and you've seen it in the last couple of videos where I'm mass making the embellishments for our challenge for May. We do a challenge here each month, and we have a junk journal challenge going on in May. I am going to go ahead and fold this over. Okay. So, same thing. I've got the glue out. It just makes it easier. You're not reaching for the tool. You're not waiting for the glue to start coming out. So there, I've got the beginnings of three. So we're going to start with the large one, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and bring it across. Now, I'm going to do one. You'll know that I'm going to do the same thing to those. Or I would. there's that. And then, let's see. Okay, we're going to use this one. Okay, so I'm just folding it in. If I fold and fold. Oop. So I purposely left you the space so you can make it a pocket. The other thing that you can do is you can go ahead and use the image to layer onto your tag. So yeah, so there's 2 pockets. We'll just go ahead and do it. Get her done, right? Okay. So I hope you're having a wonderful Friday. Hopefully I'm able to be in the chat. If I am not here, just know that I am so glad that you have chosen to come and hang out with us today. And okay, so I've got 3 pockets ready. Now, we do a thing here called ready items. And the way that we do that is we get them so ready that all we have to do is take off this tape and be able to put it in the journal. So a lot of times, you know, there's days that maybe you don't actually, the creativity is just not flowing, but you can go back and you could get things ready to put into a journal. So that might mean that you take some digitals and you put them onto cardstock that you know that you're going to want to be able to use as a digital. So yesterday, actually for the last couple of days, I've been, okay, now these are thinner, so I'm not going to put the tape on those. But that one's ready, okay? So I just got to come in, pull that tape off, and it is a pocket. Now, the thing I really like about the pockets like this is I'm gonna call it a true pocket, because you end up with the entire space to put your item into the pocket. Now, as you can see, we're having a little issue. I'm gonna go ahead and I wanted to do something a little different, so I went ahead and I left the space on the one side. This is the cardstock copy of the postcard. Okay, so now that is ready and it can fit, hopefully. Oh, it's the tape. Okay, so it'll fit in there. Okay, but you'll see this is getting hidden. So that's why I have this one done like that. But you have 3 pockets. 3 pockets ready to go into your journal. These to be ready to be used as stamps. And I've been just going and cutting things. I've been cutting up digital pieces that are over here. I now have a whole stack of tags and things that I've been making so that I would have things. Okay, this one needs to come over a little more. So these are postage scissors. You could also use like pinking shears. You could go ahead and use a tool that would perforate around it for you. So I have a tracing wheel. that I use to perforate things sometimes. Do you know what a tracing wheel is? So I have an antique tracing. I think it's antique. It's at least vintage, but I think it's very, very old. And I love using that. Okay, so perforating, making it so that it tears, it separates. Okay, so there you go. You've got these little images. And so I have, you remember those book pages, the stamp book? I went around, I cut a bunch of those. I have them ready over here. And I have some other, like, magazine. I think I used the magazine pieces that I cut out. But I cut out some magazine pieces to be stamps as well. I'm going to go ahead and put those right up there. So I have those. Okay. And so next I want to go ahead and I need something. I'm looking for something that's kind of thick, you know, like that, but that's not thick enough. There's a yellow piece here. Okay, that'll work. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this on this side. And you notice that this was short for that pocket. But I didn't want to make a wider card. So I was like, well, this can be an image that can be layered. Now, yes, it can also be a card, which we're going to show you. I personally like things to have in my digitals and stuff, that there's many ways that you can use them. Okay, so here I've got basically a postcard size image. Okay, we're going to go ahead and come across here. I don't know if you saw that, but you've got that going on down there. Okay, now I'm going to add, of course, my favorite tape from Lowe's. I get this in, it's drywall tape. Okay. So it's one of my favorite things to add. And I think... Okay, and you notice the other thing about this tape is you end up with a second piece that you can use. Now I want to, oh, I don't like, okay, well, if I go like this, okay, put it, I want it to kind of frame that rose. Turn this over, cut it. That little piece will stick to things. Okay, so there's that. And I'm thinking that this might be a cool stamp for that, because I'm going to use this pocket. We'll have the rose up there, and then we'll have the that little image. And of course you can distress. If you like to do that, go ahead, distress things. And of course, I like to cancel especially the homemade stamps, because then it gives you that look that it's a stamp. Okay, so there we go. Okay, and now I think I want to add something. Okay, I have this. It's here because I used this fabric for the cover of the rain journal that you're going to see the flip through on Sunday. Now on Sundays we do not have a premiere. The video just goes up, so please go and look for a video to watch on Sunday to help keep the Dear Julie videos out there and keep it relevant. I really appreciate that. And but I have a flip through of a journal that I made, and so it was the first journal. Remember, part of this month's challenge is to finish journals, and I didn't end up needing any more embellishments. It had enough in its box. It just hadn't gotten put together. And then to make this easier for this to go in and out of the pocket, I'm going to go ahead and just give it a rounded corner. Okay. Okay, so that gives me a layered card. It'll go into a pocket. Remember, this is a ready pocket. It's ready to go into something. Now, I think it needs a little something. What do you guys think? What do you think? Should we pull out some color? Okay. We've got pink and we've got the red. What do we got over here? Wonder if we can make her, well, if we do her dress kind of rose color, what do you think? So remember, in June, our challenge will be just junk and household items, and we count makeup as a household item, something that you can find around your house. And so, hint, hint, I don't usually give hints, but I've started giving you a hint of it, at least if you need to be saving something. And so you might want to save some of your junk, some junk mail. If you have a cool shirt or something that you were thinking about getting rid of, maybe you'll go ahead and keep it and see if it'll help you with what we're doing. Okay, there's that. And then I think we'll give her the light yellow hair. Okay, give over to the mirror. Okay, and then we'll just lightly do her skin. Okay, and then just going to need a little bit of a rosy cheek. Okay, so there we go. I think I'm going to come over here, grab just a little bit of the red, pull it in. Just kind of give it like where the shadows and stuff might be. Just to make it a little more pink. Okay. My gosh, isn't she pretty? Okay, now I think that bottle on the dresser needs to be, I think we'll do it yellow. Or gave it a little yellow or light color. We'll go ahead and make this little goodie kind of pink. Make her mirror yellow. Maybe it's ivory. Just to give their, she's got some combs on her table. I don't know. I think we're good. Okay, so that, and then this will go in here. Okay, and so I think that the makeup is a fun way to add color. Have you done it? Okay, you can also use like colored chalks. Okay, I love it. Now, there are some words down here. I think they're okay. If they bother you, go ahead and add a little something down here that, you know, you can add a stamp down there. But I love the way this looks. Okay, so we have a tag and a pocket. Okay, so next we have this pocket. Okay, so we've got the cute little, it's actually a little girl and her doll, but you know, it could be, we're doing Mother's Day, so we're celebrating Mother's Day. And this little one will fit in here. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the one that we made that was cardstock. Okay, there we go. And I think I'm going to go ahead and see if I have, oh, I have this one from the blue kit. Okay. I just like to add, I mean, that would even go like right there. If you wanted to cover the background here, you could go ahead and use something to cover the background. I'm going to use this, okay, because I do have a journal coming up using the at-home kits and the retro home yellow, mellow yellow, and retro home blue, and I'll be able to use these in those. Okay, so how simple. Now the thing is, we've got this, we might as well use some of it. Okay, can use it as a topper. Okay, one of the things you can do is go ahead and just, you know, you don't have your tools out, just go ahead and tear that side down. I do want to see the top of the stamp there, and then pull out one of my favorite tools, my tiny attacher. Okay, and again, we'll pull out the stamp because, like I said, whenever I use a a homemade stamp, I like to use the cancellation to make it look more. Okay. And then if this is too big, too long, I think it's actually perfect. But if it's too long, I can go ahead and cut some off. And you have area to write on the back. Okay. So we have another pocket with a tag. And I could have used the copy paper one and just put it on some paper, and could even have folded it and then yeah, so if you're just using just one, that is one of the things that you can do. Okay, so yeah, so there's number 2. And then we do have a little one. And we have, so we've got our cardstock postcard. And of course you can go ahead and add, even though that's a pocket, we could add that on here. Okay, I think we'll do that because okay, and then you can add some little thing in here. I have this. Go ahead and make it. Okay, could go matchbook style. Okay, so you've got a little goodie here. Okay, and of course your words you're going to be able to use, like if you were putting this on the cover of a card, and then you can put your Happy Mother's Day on there. I have this beautiful envelope. It's got a bunch of white stickers in it, but that could go into there as, let's show you. Okay, so this is white stickers from Grabby, from that last Grabby that they sent me. Okay. Okay, and this is vellum, so you're able to see it through there. And I can go ahead and put this in the journal. You're able to see it, but it's also, it would make a really pretty card. Okay, but just, I mean, going for the simple, adding your pocket on top of the card. This can then again be added on top of on top of a tag. If you wanted to, we could cut it down a little and add it, or put it to the side and let it wrap around, and that would give you a large tag. This was from something that I made for the Patreons. Okay, but it's a large Dear Julie Julie tag. Pretty cool. I like it. Okay. Okay, so there we use this cardstock. This is regular, and then we have this little goodie here. And let's see. Now we have this one, and this time she's cardstock. Okay, you can go ahead and color her in again. I'm not going to color in again, and at this time, I may end up before I use her. Should go really well with the items from the Victorian and Edwardian Ladies digital. Okay. She also, because she's got the perfume, she might be kind of fun to use in roses and perfume. But what I'm going to do with her here is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put the stamp down here. But instead of just gluing it down, I'm going to make it a pocket. Because I love pockets and I cannot lie. Okay, so we've got a stamp that we've made into a pocket. Okay, and we've got this cute little card here, and that can go right in there. Okay, I think it needs to be shorter. And of course, it probably needs to be thicker. So you could go ahead and put it on some cardstock, or you can just leave it. Okay. Put that in there. You've got your, you can also collage a couple stamps. You could do a ready pocket too, where you make your pocket bigger, but we did that. Okay, so, and then just distress around this, and it is ready to be a journal card. Since we've added the pink here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add this across the top. I always like to use this. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Do you have plans for Mother's Day? If you'd like to share them, tell us what you're doing. Let us know. Our grandbaby Amelia is being dedicated at her church on Sunday, on Mother's Day. So that is what we are doing for Mother's Day. And I'm excited to get to hang with the kids. And it used to be that Izzy would be excited that I was coming. But now she has Uncle Jeff. And she cannot wait for Uncle Jeff to come. I love it. He just makes her feel so important. We all need people in our lives that make us feel important, right? Okay, I'm going to put this on here also. We'll add the pink dot. It's kind of fun. We've got dot, 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 dot. Okay. So I do have a pink journal that I'm finishing, and so I might be able to use some of those pieces in that. I'm thinking that it might be good to do this to this one, and that way I've got it all set up, right? You know, using up the scraps. That's one of the things that I really try to do, try to teach, is a way, which I find it, for me, that's a challenge that I give myself, is, okay, I'm making something, use up all the scraps. Okay, so this ended up kind of a little wonky. There we go. Okay, we've got that. We've got that. And Okay. And of course, your Mother's Day. And then, I mean, just the word beautiful, because then it can be I put it this way. What are our other words? Oh, I like treasure. So I did Mama, blessed, treasure, Mom, Mother, Happy Mother's Day, and beautiful are the words this time. So I think we'll go down and put the blessed, except I kind of like when we can put them up where they're going to be seen. Now this is a really pretty card. It might have to get packaging to go in. Okay, so we've got those. Okay. And we have this one. So we've got this pocket with this card. We've got this card, and this pocket with this card. One of the things I have here is I have a library pocket, and she is going to fit perfect on the library pocket. Okay, we could have made a pocket on the pocket. Okay. Of course, she could have gone on a tag or something up towards the top. But I think that is really, really fun. Now, looking at... I have this. Go ahead and put that up here. Okay. Now you could make a card to go in here that has a gift card for Mother's Day if you wanted to. Again, I'm going to be using this for to go in a journal that I have coming up. So I do have this. We could put this on here. Okay, so you could put something on across there. Oh, look at treasure. I think treasure is a good word for this. I'm going to pull it down a little bit so that it becomes a collage. Okay, so I pulled it a little way off that. Okay. Now, if you need this to be up higher, if you want to put a taller one, you can take this apart. I'm going to leave it. I think it's great. We got these at the gathering. And, yeah. So another thing I had, when I printed my flinch cards, I printed them landscape instead of portrait, or portrait instead of landscape. And so I ended up with a bunch of these. And what I did was I took, if you guys remember the stickers I've been working with, I don't know if I have, I don't think I have any of them left. Oh yeah, I do. Okay. So I took these the negative part. So these I haven't, these are not the, these are the actual stickers. But after the stickers were out, I took the negative part, I put it over the top of the number, and then I cut around it. And so I've got these numbers. Let's see if we've got one that we can use here. Got a 3. Oh, I kind of like it up here. I'm going to put it on there. And I'm going to use the stapler. Now, if I put something in there that is as thick as this is, then that's not going to work. But if I put something in thinner that will go to the side, like this, that's going to work. Okay, so yeah, so this is a flinch card. And of course, if you have a full flinch card, which I have a bunch of these ready to use, okay, then you're going to have 2 numbers that you can use. So again, another idea, especially with June coming and going to be our Just Junk journal. We're going to make just junk journals. Just junk journals. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut this. I think that's a good one. I think this is yeah, I'm going to cut this one. And I'm not going to cut it as a stamp this time. I'm going to cut it as the picture frame. So being able to use things as different things, I think is awesome. Okay, so I'm not going to cancel this one. So the other thing about canceling stamps is if you're using a black stamp pad. So sometimes you're looking at something and it just seems like it's missing something. It might be that it's so busy that your eyes don't know where they're supposed to be. If you add something black, it's calming, and it'll add that something possibly that will make it happy. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, and I don't want to, like I said, I want to use up all my scraps. So I've got that piece. It's also going to make this stronger. And then I'll come down and I'll use this piece. So you probably noticed I like to use one on one side at the top or bottom, and the other one on the other side at the top or bottom. It kind of gives it balance. I think it's fun. Okay, so this is gonna go in here. I'm gonna go ahead and, that was not taped down, so there we go. And I do have one more piece. So I'm going to put this one like that. So I folded it. Showed you a couple different ways of folding your scrap papers. You can do this with scrap lace, scrap doily. Fold it like I've shown you the other one where I cut it and folded it over. This one I just folded it kind of funny, and that will go in. And so using the library pocket, and remember there are Dear Julie Julie digitals that have the library pocket also. Okay, so what do we have? So again, this is what we're using. Our what is it called? It's our Friday freebie. Holy moly. Okay, we've got this little guy, and I think I like the 17. You see this? I'm going to put this on the other side. Okay, so I'm going to come and, should we, you know, we've got this too. Put that on the back side. Put this on the front. Turn it over. Oh, there they are. Okay. I'm going to come to the edge. Put that down. Come to the edge over here and put that down. Okay, so that's what I've got. Okay. Now it has this little piece here that it can go ahead and go over the top of something. So it could go over the top of this card right here. You'd still have the card to be able to write everything on. It's kind of like your own paper clip. So if you wanted to add something back here as well, let's try that. Okay, so it's like a little clipboard. I like it. What do you think about that? Okay. Okay. Now, real quick, so that some of you might need to be going, we're going to go ahead and do our Bible verse. And so, and this mother blessed up all things in her heart. Luke 2:5-1. Luke 2:5-1. So I like to go ahead and use the Bible verse and make, that's the hardest part right there, is that the first row. And I've found I like doing this with them, ripping around the words, because it just looks nicer than the white. It doesn't seem to matter that it's white. So, and I use the things from this week or from around my desk to decorate my verse card on Friday. Now, I have people that use their Friday freebie to do their planner. Some that use it and make cards. Some that just print it and stockpile it. Hoard them. But they are there for you almost every Friday, and they go up sometime during the week. Sometimes they go up on Friday morning. Let me know if you enjoy them, and please share what you make using them in the crafty community. So we have a Facebook group, Dear Julie Julie Crafty Community, and we would love to have you share what you make. Would love it. We would love it. Okay, what do we got? We've got the cute little. I'm going to save that because I I'm not going to use that one. Okay. Let's see. I think we'll go ahead and we'll cut around this. Okay, we'll put this on the side. And you saw this week I've had out stickers. I've had out flowers. I think I'm going to put a flower on here. So I have the flowers that I bought to make Shelly's wedding album. I think that that would be fun on here. And a little bit of, looking around to see if there's any of this already. Okay, so your collage, you want it to touch. Okay. And we'll put this one down here. And oh, we used white, so we can use white. What if we go ahead and we, excuse me. And of course, you don't need to use all your pieces. I'm mass making anyway and trying to get things together so that I can finish these journals that I've only pulled out a few so far to finish. But I have a couple of pink journals. So, but we did finish one. Okay. We'll go with Beautiful Mom. There. Okay, and you see how I've done that collage? And it all touches. Okay, and then this number, I'm going to go ahead and put it on here. Those were some scraps that I had. Okay, we'll save that. But that is what I have for today. I think it needs something. What does it need? Ooh, I've got this little batch of flowers. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Okay. And it is a fabric flower, so I'm going to grab the fabric tack. I'm going to grab the fabric tack. Whoops. Okay. And like I said, I love to do, I don't put my using the items that are on the desk. Okay, so we've got some. This one's sticky, so see if we can use that sticky one to pick up the things. Got some more words left, and then this will go on my verse ring, and I think we'll go to the back this time. Okay, so we have this one from a while back. This was she is clothed with strength and dignity. She laughs without fear of the future. So that was one of the Bible verses that came up when I was looking for something about mothers. Okay, so there it's on my verse ring. Beautiful mom, and this mother blessed up all things in her heart. Luke 2:51. Okay, and we have one item left. And you know what? Let's see. So this was our little paper clip idea. Let's go ahead and put some tools where they go. Take them there now. We haven't said that in a while, have we? We're getting ready. I get back from this little excursion. The trial should be over for from Sally, and so I can move on to other things. So this is the paperclip kind of little goodie that we made. This is what we've got. This is a little card, and it's getting stuck on the lip in there. So you might have to help it. Okay. This one, we've got a ready pocket. This one, we've got a little pocket on it. I'm going to go ahead and put that in there also. Oh, wait a minute. And then this one is supposed to have this in here. That goes in that pocket. Would it be easier to put this one in that pocket? Yeah, but it takes up too much room. What if we fold it? Okay. There we go. And one of the things you can do with something like this is go ahead and fold it like that, and it'll actually look like two things are in there. I like that. Okay, and then we have this one. Okay, so what if we go ahead and we put this one, we can put it on the cover here. put it up towards the top so that you see it, and then we'll go ahead and okay, so it's a matchbook style card. You could go ahead and add papers inside as well, and that's going to go in here. Okay, so we end up with the two little stamps, and I'm going to put them over in my little tray over here because I'm going to be working on those journals, and I can use those on specific things. Okay, because they are part of the at-home digitals. We have an at-home 1 and an at-home 2. You put them together and they are a little book that I use to make them. And then I use the same book to make the mellow yellow, at-home mellow yellow, and at-home blue. And so all of those I will be able to possibly use those in with those items. Okay, got one little piece of this. I think we did pretty good. Pretty good. Take it there now. And take it there now. Okay, what did we get? Now remember, I had two. So I'll put the, so we made the 3 pockets out of the copy paper. Okay, so we made this pocket, and this little pocket out of those. This piece came from here off of that. Again, that was the copy paper. Okay, and then the cardstock, we had this. We had this, we had this, and this, and this, and then this one was our copy paper that wants to get stuck on that tape. Okay. Okay, and then we did use a little bit of the words, but I think we'll go ahead and we'll go through and add more words later. So I love it. I love what we were able to do with this. Again, it's 2 of them. I printed out 2, and I've got things I'm going to be able to use in several things that I have coming that I want to finish. Okay, so your Friday freebie, again, it's available at patreon.com/DearJulieJulie, along with several other freebies. They are available at Patreon. It's in the public section. They are free, and so I hope you'll check that out. And so we did do a couple of each thing. Okay, so here we used this here, and here we used the same thing to make that card. And they look similar, but when you see them in different places in the journal, they're going to look like a different item. Here we've got this one on cardstock, so it's a journaling card. And then here, this one is a ready pocket. And we did go ahead and we colored her in, and her perfume bottles and her mirror just a little bit with makeup. And so again, they are the same image, and they have been dressed out different. And then of course we used on here, we made a pocket, and then here we've got the card, same image. And this little goodie is the way that we stapled it. It will fit onto a card or onto a short page. And so I think that's going to be a fun thing to have. And then here, this image, we added it onto a library pocket. And then here, we have made a pocket. So, yeah, same image. It's going to be two different things in the journal. And then here we've made the tag out of the cardstock. And here we have a tag made out of same tag, different items added. Now they are different colors. My cardstock I'm using right now is a creamy color. It was from Michael's, and I'm just so excited that my new printer will print on it. And so same image, two different ways. And so, yeah. So I wonder if maybe we should switch those out. Maybe this one should come over here. And this one should come over here. No, I like them. I like the way we did them. Okay. And then I showed you how I made these. And I have them ready. Little snippet flinch cards. Okay. So which one is your favorite? Which one can you see yourself doing again? And have you done this? It's so fun. And they turned out really cool. Okay, so there you go. We've got a whole bunch of goodies made up, plus the verse ring. Okay, so plus we also did the verse ring. And I have one to put in with my other ones that I'll be able to use these and make when I'm making a inspirational journal. Okay? Or even just to give all the pieces. So if you've, you've already used the verse, the Bible verse in your ring goodie or in your inspirational journal, then but you want to make, use the freebie again, then just go ahead and that's what I would do. What do you think? Look at all those items that we made out of 2 Friday freebies. Yeah, and a little bit of trash that was hanging around on my desk. Find something to celebrate every day. You guys, on Sunday, I have the rain journal for you to see. And I hope you'll check that out. It's really an amazing, very eclectic journal. And I used the 2 rain digital kits in it. And then tomorrow we have one of the Mass Make Mayhem and makeup embellishments for you. So I'm going to mass make on Saturday. We're going to have a flip through on Monday, and we'll or on Sunday, and we'll mask make again on Monday. See you then. Have an amazing day, everybody, and happy Mother's Day. See you tomorrow. Bye. Bye-bye.